Hey guys, welcome back to another video where I completely embarrassed myself for the whole of the internet to find out. I was on my Google Docs scrolling through it to see if I could find anything interesting, and interesting I did find. Something quite concerning. I found a fanfiction. To be specific, I found a Harry Styles fanfiction that I wrote when I was 17 years old. By the way, way too old to be writing fanfiction. Actually, it's not too old to write fanfiction. I found this fanfiction and you know what? I briefly remembered writing it, but I didn't remember what it was about at all. Now, at 17 years old, I was deep in my Wattpad phase, deep in my subscription to Wattpad Premium, but I was sort of on the grind and reading Duplicity, but I was a big Harry girl. I exclusively read Harry Styles fanfictions on Wattpad. I forgot that I even attempted to write one, and it's titled Dreams Do Come True. Whatever could that mean? Who knows? But anyway, I have no idea what this is about. Like I said, I do not remember writing it, so I've decided to read it for the whole of the internet to listen. You know what? I'm getting everything out on the plate. All of me is out here on the internet. I could never get a job ever again in my life, or I could become famous from this, and this could become like a screenplay or something, or like this could become a novel. I doubt that. I also want to let you know I can't write. I was never good at school. I was never good at writing. I'm not really that good at like reading out loud, so this is kind of nerve-wracking to me. So I've got prologue / chapter 1. Which one is it, girl? Prologue or chapter 1? Chapter 1. This industry is hard, you know. Music has always been a passion for me. Ever since I could create words, I would sing. Create words? I was the creator of words. One of my youngest memories I have is putting on shows for my family and friends when they would come over. Giddily going up to my bedroom to find a new costume for the next song coming. And that was really something my parents had to deal with. And I'm telling you, that would go on for hours. What the hell is this introduction paragraph? Going through my teen years, I believed if I just waited, fame would magically be given to me on a silver platter and it would be granted with the snap of someone's fingers. But I quickly realized when it was coming to the end of my high school career, it was gonna take some more hard work. Girl, of course it's fucking... Why is this me though? I started to realize, Jasmine. My name's Jasmine. Who the fuck is Jasmine? Get your shit together. By the end of year 12, I had a plan. Graduate, move to Melbourne, maybe go to uni, find an internship in some recording studio in the city. I thought, boom, great plan to work my way up to the top. But it wasn't until 8 months ago my life got flipped upside down. What happened? That's the prologue. 8 months previous. This is still chapter 1, by the way. I like parking a block away from school because I don't have to awkwardly park next to little year 7s getting out of their perfect BMWs with their stupid iPhone 11s with their perfect fucking phone cases with their initials on the back. Whoa, I had some fucking angst back then. I don't know why, but those phone cases really piss me off. Like, do you really need to let everyone know your initials on a shitty piece of faux pink leather? Jeez, I'm so judgy, low-key. This isn't me, this is Jasmine. Jasmine's so like fucking judgy. I quickly realized I'm at the front gates of my secondary school. I'm glad I only have a few more weeks of this shit house because going to a private Catholic school isn't as fun as it sounds, if that even sounds fun at all. I continue to pass lockers and classrooms until I see a teacher checking uniforms. Of course, the teacher is telling some stingy? I don't think that's the correct adjective to use there. Stingy year 9s for not wearing the correct socks or too many pairs of earrings. That was such tea at my high school. Literally, if you were wearing too many fucking earrings, that would be like, yeah! And have like a actual freak out. I walk right... Whoa, there is a lot of swearing in this. I walk right the fuck past them with my headphones in, listening to my favorite Pink Floyd songs, trying to not make eye contact. She's so edgy listening to Pink Floyd. You can tell that this was me trying to like romanticize my life and put it into something and be like, yeah, I'm so fucking cool like this. You're not cool, Jasmine. When I reach my locker, I take my backpack off and slam it on the ground with force. My back aches 24/7 from carrying this bag of bricks around, and it's not my fault that my exams are legit tomorrow and I have to bring home so many goddamn binders. This is the first thing that is not accurate to my life. I didn't do exams. As I put my books in my locker, from my bag, I see a pair of legs beside me. Is it Harry? I roll my eyes because I really just want to go to homeroom without getting interrupted. I follow my eyes up to the human beside me quickly and I realize it's my best friend Daniel. Who the fuck is Daniel? You look lovely this morning, he compliments, his voice lined with sarcasm. Oh, Let me reread that. You look lovely this morning. Is it really that easy to tell? I didn't get any sleep and the coffee shop happened to be closed this morning. And this is why I'm your best friend. He replies, handing me a large coffee in a brown, a large coffee and a brown paper bag. Oh my God, Dan, you are legit the best person on earth, I say while grabbing the items from his hands. I hear my stomach make a loud noise. What the fuck? It's no problem, really. Plus, I got you a toasty because I've seen in your Snapchats that you're not eating. Sorry? I'm not eating? Girl, come on, you need to eat. Why can you see in my Snapchats that I'm not eating? What am I sending? How do you know I don't eat between Snapchats? Literally, girl. Come on, Jazz, I know you. It's like a sixth sense, he says while tapping his head. Oh, okay, so we're literally just like skipping over the fact that he has a sixth sense. Dad has been busting my fucking chops with getting a higher ATAR score than Tyler. I have no time to sleep, eat, play music. All I do is fucking study. I say frustrated with my eyes closed. Oh my God, who the fuck's Tyler? I'm telling you, you should have done VCAL with me. I'm telling you, you should have done VCAL with me and Tris, he said shruggingly. I literally did VCAL. That's really funny. If you don't know what VCAL is, it's pretty much like you don't do exams and it's all like practical stuff. Like I did VCAL and I was actually like really good at it. I got the VCAL award in year 12. I don't think they have it anymore because I think it was proven to be like not effective at all, but I didn't have to do exams and it was like a pretty easy year 11 and 12 despite COVID. Anyway, and do you think my dad would have approved of that? Fuck your dad. If it's Sean Hardesty. Ooh, who said that? Hey, I said, looking around for teachers. He is acting so stuck up because he cares. He just wants me to succeed. By succeed, you mean never getting over 12 hours of sleep per week. Per week? Girl, you are dead. And eating only like one piece of bread a day. Okay. I need to go to homeroom. See you at period 2? I ask. Sure. See ya. I flip him off and head towards homeroom. My dad has always been my #1 fan. He was there when I did my first gig at the pub. He was there when I posted my first cover on YouTube. YouTuber. He was there with it on repeat just so I could get more views. That's so me, like me watching my YouTube videos on repeat. I love him with all my heart, but he has an obsession with my schooling and it bloody doesn't help when you have an older brother who finished with the ATAR score of 94. Like that's crazy. How am I meant to live up to that? I did want to do VCAL with my best friend and his girlfriend, but really I couldn't build up the courage to even ask my dad to take the information sessions at school. My thoughts are cut short by the bell. I get up and collect my books and begin to walk to my first period English. I get to my classroom, which, lucky for me, was on the other side of this shitty school. But I really need to be on time for class because I had quite a rebellious stage of my life at the start of last year. So I couldn't be late or skip class, or it could detriment my full scholarship. Oh my God, and I'm poor. My dad couldn't provide for my schooling, so luckily my music abilities got me into a full scholarship at the start of year 7. I walk past multiple desks before I get to my usual spot, right up the back. I make sure I don't have my laptop facing the teacher because this period was specifically dedicated to online shopping. The teacher begins to talk saying, we are studying for our exam, which is tomorrow. Why am I online shopping when I have an exam to study for? Girl, you are losing that scholarship. I know this time at school is my only freedom hours because when I get home, it becomes study central. I see a person walk through the door of the classroom. I take one of my headphones out and see the teacher talking to my English teacher. They give me a side eye. Great, what have I done? Jasmine Stevens? The random teacher calls. Guys, this is amazing literature. This needs to be turned into a TV show or movie. Yes, I say questionably. Can we have a chat outside, please? She says with an obvious fake happiness, and I think about what it could be she wants. I gather my books and walk to the front of the classroom where the door is. I hate being called out of class. It happened way too much in my life here, and at this school, it's always the same thing. Oh, I saw you didn't go to period 6 yesterday. Miss Smith has come to me because you flipped her off when she said stop listening to music. Why am I so angsty? But I quickly realize I've had the perfect record for months now. What could be wrong? Oh my God. Let's sit down, the teacher says while we find the study tables and chairs a few meters away from the classroom. I have some bad news to tell you. Shit, what's going on? Okay, I say bluntly. It's your father. She pauses. My mind goes blank, not thinking of anything that could be wrong with my father. This is fucking insane, dude. We have received news that he has unfortunately been killed in a car accident. accident on his way to work this morning. And since you don't have any close family to tell you themselves, the police have informed the school to tell you. That is crazy. I hope One Direction fucking adopts me. My blood suddenly runs cold through my body. I can't hear anything. I can't feel anything. I feel numb. Then my mind suddenly runs a million miles fast. I run out of there as fast as I could. Why am I running? I can tell people were staring, hearing the loud sobs coming from my mouth. That's how I imagine I'm running. I gather my shit and run to my car. I start my car, still running on the energy of the shock from the news I just received. My dad, my number one, my only person, gone forever. What am I gonna do now? How am I gonna live? I'm freshly 18 and I have no one. My life is over. Don't I have a brother? So that was 8 months earlier. Okay, so this is now. After Dad's passing and funeral, I quickly got out of that shitty place and moved somewhere I never thought I could go. LA. LA has never been in my head. Yeah, right, girl, you're a musician, you want to be a musician, you never thought about moving to LA. Stupid. Why the fuck would you want to move to Melbourne over LA? I don't know why though. It's really the capital of where artists' dreams come true. And I don't know, after what happened, I feel like I needed an escape from that environment back home. I loved my dad, and that day I got the news has become the worst day of my life. He was my number one supporter, my only family member, my best friend. What? What happened to your brother? Maybe he's dead as well. After it happened, Daniel came and stayed with me for a bit before I got my life together. He was actually the one that gave me the idea of moving to LA. And at first I was like, I have no money. So true, queen. But then I thought again, because combining the money from my dad's will and my savings for having 3 jobs for most of my teenage years, I had plenty of money to move and find an apartment. To others, it might seem like I moved on too fast, but I see it as living my life because my father's tragic death has opened my eyes. Life is too short to not follow your dreams. Oh, here we go. My brother and I have had no contact after Dad's funeral. It was kind of the same after Mum's funeral. Oh my God, Mum dead as well? After she passed from cancer 2 years ago previously, he moved out to Denmark, of all places, and never came home. That's really funny because that's what my uncle did. Fun fact, he was 20 years old, but still, it was so soon after a tragedy hit the family. Moving to LA was the best thing to ever happen to me. Yes, I've been here for what, 2 weeks now? But I've gained more self-discovery in the last 2 weeks than I have in the last 18 years of my life. 2 weeks ago, I arrived at my apartment with bags and my guitar on my back. And when I got handed the keys, I walked to my door number and opened it. It was everything I dreamed of having as a first home space. It's not much bigger than the average hotel room, but all I can think is, how am I gonna decorate it? After unpacking my very little shit from back home, there's just like random, really aggressive sentences. I specifically remember passing a thrift shop on the way to the apartment building, of course. I also saw a vintage looking bike and I thought to myself, I don't have any kind of transport, so I bought that as well. It was only $50. Why the fuck not? That's so true, queen. As soon as my head hits the pillow, I crawl under the blankets and my eyes begin to feel heavy with slumber. And I fall asleep thinking about my dad and how he would be so proud. That's so true, queen. Chapter 2, that was only chapter 1, by the way. I'm riding my bike down the footpath of the street where my apartment is. I went on a quick ride just to see more of my area, and I can say it's pretty nice. As I get to the front of my building, I put the code into my front gate. Fuck! I hear beside me and I suddenly see a bunch of groceries on the floor. I raise my eye level and see a woman about my age, maybe a bit older. Tall, curvy girl with bright pink hair. I think she looks older than me because I look like a small girl. Anyone can look older than me. Me trying to be like, I'm skinny. The frustration on her face was borderline comical, but I decided to jump in beside her and help her with the fallen items. You know what's least you can do. Here, let me help, I say politely. The politeness feels awkward on my tongue. It feels very unfamiliar since I haven't really talked to anyone here, let alone being nice. Thanks, she says, quietly responding. Hey, did you just move to the building? She asks. Yeah, I did about 2 weeks ago. Where is the accent from? Don't really hear it much around here. Oh, Australia. Melbourne specifically. Sick, she says enthusiastically. She holds out her hand for me to shake and I go with it. I'm Sadie. Welcome. I've lived here for about 3 years. You're gonna love it here, she says with a huge grin on her face. Good to know. I'm Jasmine, I say with a little interest becoming a little fatigued from my bike ride I just embarked on. Girl, you are unfit as fuck. Maybe I can show you around one night. She wants to fuck. I mean, sure. How old are you? 21. You? 18. You're a young one. guess I can't show you around the clubs and bars then, unless you want a fake. That's a weird thing to say, you're a young one, and then asking if they want a fake ID. That's really sus, and also a felony. You're going to jail. Didn't really think of it, but maybe I'll need one if I want to have some fun around here. Been kind of bored of the last 2 weeks, I answer. I could find you one. Pass me your phone. She tells me with her hand out. Sure, I say, passing my phone to her, already unlocked, because I assume she's giving me her number. I see she's doing exactly that. There's my number. She passes it back. Just text me whenever you're free and we can go explore. I can show you the perfect hangout spots for all the cool people. I cringe at her last point because I can tell she runs on humour. Was that funny? Yeah, sure thing. Thanks, Sadie. I'll see you later then. I wave goodbye and start going to the elevator. She winks and walks the opposite direction. She fucking wants me. I get to my apartment and place my bike against the wall where it lives. My room is starting to come together. I get up to get a snack from the cupboard. I've developed an obsession with Cheez-Its. Guys, I love Cheez-Its. I go back to my bed and a loud noise frightens me. I hear it's from next door, quickly realizing it's a guitar. God, aren't I meant to be the musician in the building? Someone's stealing my spotlight. I figure out it's an acoustic guitar plugged into an amp. At least it's not an electric guitar. The guitar continues, but instead of its loud strumming before, it's some beautiful picking pattern. Yes. It's still fucking loud, but I can appreciate the music at least. I sigh to myself and continue eating my Cheez-Its in bed. I open my laptop to Netflix and start rewatching Stranger Things. God, I love this show. The show starts and I can barely hear my computer over the guitar next door. I'm too lazy to go grab my headphones. I think to myself, I shouldn't let this person next door think it's okay to play guitar this loud. I shouldn't have to put my headphones on to block out the sound. I mean, I get it. I'm also a musician, but I don't have a fucking amp so I can blast my guitar. I'm smarter than that. This person should know this as well. Okay, so I'm too lazy to get my headphones, but I'm not lazy enough to go next door. Okay, I get out of my bed, put my slippers on and walk out the front door and to go tell this person to keep the fuck down. I look down at myself and realize I probably shouldn't be wearing something so homeless. I'm standing in front of the door and I can basically see the sound radiating through the goddamn door. I ring the doorbell once and the loud sounds just continue. This dickhead is so fucking loud he can't even hear the doorbell. I ring it again. This time twice. The guitar stops and I hear footsteps coming to the door. The door swings open and appears a male, probably about 6 foot, wearing black skinny jeans and a button-up shirt with a weird purple pattern on it. My eyes start to follow up his lean, inked body. My gaze reaches his face, and could this man be any more attractive? So true, Gwen. His olive skin complements his sharp jawline and his pink plump lips. Which lips are we talking about? My eyes spend a little too much time on his lips and I shoot my eyes to his. Oh God, why does this guy have to have green eyes? The emerald orbs are borderline hypnotizing and I try to get words out of my mouth, but it doesn't want to create sound at the moment. Of course I said emerald orbs. That's like the classic thing everyone fucking said about Harry Styles. Chestnut brown curls fell either side of his face, barely passing his jaw. I realize I'm just slyly admiring this god of a man in front of me. Fucking hell, guy. All right, love, he asked, concerned of my state of shock, but I can see a hint of smugness in his eyes. Also seems like I'm not the only one from out of town. He's British. Yeah. I stumble on my words. I take a deep breath and get in the zone to tell him off. Do you realize how loud you are? Are you new to the building? He asked with a smile on his face. Answer my question first, I say firmly. No, I didn't realize how loud I was, he said sarcastically. Now, answer my question, please. This boy's really testing my nerves, and he looks so smug I can hardly control my anger. Yes, I moved 2 weeks ago. Now can you please turn it down so I can continue my Netflix binge? I mentally slapped myself for admitting that to this attractive man. Oh, what are you watching? He asked with a huge smirk on his face. Of course he did. Harry would so do that. You're just great at answering questions. Now please turn it down. Thank you. I start to turn to leave until he says, Australian, stating the obvious. Yep. Can I have your name? He asked out of the blue. Why? I like to get the name... Guys, I like to get the name of my next door neighbors just in case anything happens, you know. His eyes dropped down into a wink. Oh my God, guys, I was obsessed with anyone that winked at me. Like low-key still do. I fiercely gaze at him. Jasmine. I'm Harry. I just nod and walk back to my door. Soon after I hear his door close, I walk through mine, going straight back to my laptop on my bed. I see him process what just happened. It was clear on his smug ass face that he did not give a shit about what I said, and I bloody hope I never see him again. But since he's my next door neighbor, that's very unlikely. I continue my Stranger Things episode when I hear his guitar again, just as loud. This boy, I swear. I growl and throw my face into the pillows. Guys, that's all I'm gonna read. There is one more chapter, but I'm not gonna read it. Because if this video gets 7 billion likes, I will continue reading it. 17-year-old me had a dream, and her dream didn't come true. But obviously I had in my mind that this bitch's dream was gonna come true, and I think her dream was to get digged down by frat boy Harry. And you know what? Fair enough.